Let me hold your hand when I say this. We do not move to America because we think it's a better country. We move here because it's a little less worse than our other countries.
So, hey, let me get this straight. You don't move to America because you think it's a better country. You move here because you think it's a little less worse than another country. What's another word for a little less worse? Like something simpler. Hint, it's better. So you move to America because it's better. Let's continue.
Because you're stupid to think that we moved to this country for some hot dogs and some baseball. We have better vibes, music, food, culture, history, literally all of the above. We just moved here because we are looking to make more money and offer a better chance for our families. Did you know that the minimum wage a day, not an hour, a day in Mexico is not even 15 American dollars? Not even 15 American dollars. Right now with $50 in San Diego, I could go maybe buy a matcha and half of a granola bar, honey. If you support ICE, you support people getting destroyed. If you support families getting destroyed, I hope you rot in hell. And I will see you there, babes, for sure.
Oh, we know you're going to hell. We know you're going to hell. We know you're going to hell. Because you're an evil person deep inside. But anyways, that's beside the point. So they come over because the country's better, even though she said it's not better. They have better culture, but their cultures often create the corruption and the destruction in their own countries, which is the reason why they don't get ahead, which is the reason why the countries are destroyed and they run away because of that better culture that they have. You know, I'm sick and tired of people talking about how America has no culture. America has plenty of fucking culture. What a lot of people don't understand is what actually encompasses culture. So people think that culture is just like fucking food and like whatever. Because she said, we don't come here for no baseball and no fucking hot dogs and shit. That's not all that makes culture. Per ChatGPT's response, culture is a complex and multi-layered system that encompasses the beliefs, behaviors, values, customs, symbols, and artifacts that characterize a group of people. While scholars break it down in different ways, the most comprehensive approach includes both visible, explicit, and invisible, implicit aspects. Here are the core aspects of culture: beliefs and values. We have the First and Second Amendment. We have the Fifth Amendment. Actually, all the amendments, right? So the right to free speech, which is the reason why your people are coming here and talking that shit and destroying shit in the streets and talking about, oh, we have the right to protest. You don't have that in your country. You don't have a First Amendment right to do that shit in your country. That's a cultural thing in America. And only in America, because any other country, either you're getting a fucking arrested or you're getting disappeared. Do that shit in Mexico. Because in Mexico, guess what's going to happen? The cartels are going to chop your fucking head off. You have the Second Amendment. No other country in the planet has that implicit right within their constitution. You have the Fifth Amendment. The Fifth Amendment protects individuals from being compelled to be a witness against themselves in a criminal case. And you are, what? Innocent until proven guilty in this country. Again, norms and customs. We have a lot of norms here in America that don't exist in other countries. There's laws, order. This is why people call people Karens, like because, oh, I got the cops called at 11 o'clock because I was playing loud music. In Latin American countries, now they're fucking going until 2 in the morning. They don't give a fuck about noise pollution. That's that better culture that you have. In a lot of Latin American countries, they do jobs for way longer than it should be. Like I said, I've lived in Panama, and I love Panama, and I love the Panamanian people, but I've noticed something, and the Panamanians themselves will tell you this, so this is not me making this shit up because I've asked about it. Panamanians will take forever to do a job. And there's a saying here in Panama that says, it goes along the lines of, we'll leave it for another day. We'll leave it for tomorrow. We'll leave it for tomorrow. In America, they'll strip a highway, and in a couple of fucking days, there'll be new asphalt on the road. Here, they've been working on the road downstairs where I live for the last 3 months. A little piece of road from one block to the next, not a large road, and it's still closed. Language and communication. Granted, the United States doesn't have an official language, right? Or at least I don't know where that executive order went. But for a long time, it didn't have one. Social organization, family structure, social hierarchy, art, music, and literature, religion and spirituality, rituals and traditions, Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July celebrations, Veterans Day, Memorial Day. We have culture. But the one that people default to is always food. You don't have food, so you don't have culture. The reason your people come to this country is because your culture, the one that you said is better, is ass. It's the reason why your governments are corrupt. And your families come here for a better life, a safer life. So you can cope and seethe all you want about your culture being better. It's simply not. If your culture was better, you'd be back in your country. But thanks for letting us know that you're just coming here to take resources and leech from America, to take it back to your country. Because you know your country is trash. But you're so proud of that trash country that you left 10 years ago and you haven't been back because you want a better opportunity at life. Why aren't you asking the Mexican government to give you that opportunity that you're so much wanting, right? Whose fault is it that Mexicans make $15 a day? The Mexican government. That is essentially run by the narcos. But anyways, this has been a crazy video. I'm kind of all over the place. She had a follow-up response because she got backlash for this video. So here's her follow-up response.
Hi, my name is Monse. I am from Mexico City, and I moved to the U.S. about 10 years ago. If you're a liberal baddie, just like me, please leave a blue comment in the section because my comment section has been flooded by Republicans. I'm not really sure why I'm on here today. I think I have a lot on my mind. I want to rant. It's been a really hard week, so take what you want from this, I guess. I recently made a video about how even though in the US we can make more money and probably get better opportunities, we still don't think it's a better country compared to our home country.
Because it's not.
Well, my comment sections are now flooded with people saying that a negative and a negative is a plus. So I am saying the US is better.
That's
people
literally
are
what
saying
you
I
said.
should go back to my country.
You should.
People are saying that I should go up against the cartel and
You
speak
should.
up again in my own country so
You
that I
should.
can have better wages in my
You
own
should.
country and that I could just move back.
Right.
And
Nobody's
honestly,
stopping you.
I was fighting these people in the comment sections for a really long time, but it just honestly became too much. I was kindly reminded this week that stupid, ignorant people do not want to learn. And we shouldn't spend our time and effort trying to teach these people. Because you and I know that 2 + 2 is 4. But if you're consistently trying to tell that to someone who thinks it's 5,
you're the one who thinks it's 5.
I'm proud to see so many white people speak up. I've seen so many people that are in the military families.
Yeah, I was in the military.
You know, people that acknowledge their privilege speak up.
Fuck out of here.
All I gotta say is thank you, because even though your voice isn't going to be spread all around the United States, someone is going to watch your video and say, these people look at me, maybe I should change the way I'm thinking. To the Latinos out there that are saying, oh, we came here legally, why are you coming here illegally? That's not fair, blah, 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 blah. How could you go against your own community? The community
because
that
the
also
illegal
is coming
community
to
is not
this
my
country
community.
To have a better job, to have better opportunities, and most importantly, to be able to send back money at home because we know the conditions at home are not that good. Babe, let me hold your hand when I say this. You will never be one of them.
I don't want to be white.
Never.
I don't want to be one
As
of them.
someone that came to this country legally,
I'm an American. I don't give a fuck about white. Like, what?
I cannot comprehend that argument. There is room for a lot of us, and no one is benefiting from the benefits unless you're an actual citizen.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because California gives illegal immigrants health care. This girl is such a gaslight. I'm going to stop the video there. It's not much longer, but there's no real reason to keep listening to her because everything she's talking about is bullshit. Yes, 2 negatives make a positive, dumbass. You can't say this country's slightly worse than my country, but it's not better. It doesn't math, right? You're the one saying that 2 + 2 = 5. It's not us. It's literally you. You're ignorant and you're stupid. And you can go back to Mexico and be ignorant and stupid over there. You literally are in a country that you hate, that you think is inferior to your country, but you refuse to leave it. How can you go against your own community? What community? When Latinos are constantly fucking each other over. Latinos in Latin American countries are fucking each other over all the time. It's why Mexico has a cartel problem. It's why Colombia's corrupt as fuck and poor as fuck. Show me the one Latin American country where all the people are fucking united and they're all singing Kumbaya and shit like that. Maybe Costa Rica. But that's about it. Everything else is corrupt. The governments don't give a fuck about the people. The people don't give a fuck about the people. They kill each other all the time. Parents run away because they're looking for a better life because they don't feel safe. So how are you gonna ask me how am I going against my community when my community back home won't even be on my side? How can I go against my community? I just did a video yesterday on Mexicans protesting other migrants from other countries. Are you asking those Mexicans how can you go against their communities? How can you go against your own community? No, you're not saying that. You're most likely telling Mexico to fucking go deport those people. They don't belong in Mexico because they're going to come and fuck up your culture. You're making the same argument that the so-called racists that you say are racist make. That's literally your argument. I don't identify with illegal immigrants. That's not my community. I don't know how hard it is for you guys to understand that. I will never sympathize for somebody knowingly breaking the law and knowing that this could have been a possibility. It's just not going to happen. And these people will openly tell you that they hate this country. But they won't leave. They won't leave because at the end of the day, deep down, like she knows, they know this is a better country than their own. No matter how much they cope and seethe and tell you that it's not, they know the reality. They know the facts. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. I want to know your guys' opinion in the comments. Do you agree with this content creator? Do you think that all these other countries in Latin, all these failed states that have better culture, according to her, are better countries than the United States? Or I just want to know your thoughts on the situation. But that's all I have for you guys. If you like the video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell notification, and share the video with your friends. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.